Welcome back to the Explainer. The modern internet is basically this massive, invisible, chaotic web of data. And honestly, we usually only notice it when it breaks, right? Today, we're going to actively map out this digital terrain so we can actually understand how our online world functions under the hood. So if you've ever wondered what's really going on behind the scenes of your screens, you are absolutely in the right place.
Okay, let's dive right in with a pretty serious question. How does a hacker actually reach you? It's a sobering thought, but every single time you browse a website, send an email, watch YouTube, or just scroll through social media, you are actively participating in a computer network. And here's the real kicker. You're using the exact same infrastructure that cyber attackers exploit. There's no special, hidden, dark web-style internet for malicious activity. Attackers are literally hiding in plain sight, driving on the exact same digital roads that we use every single day. To understand how to defend ourselves, we need a map. So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the digital battlefield, mapping the terrain, essential network checkpoints, rules of engagement, and finally, the defender's toolkit. All right, let's kick things off with part one, the digital battlefield. At its core, networking is just the process of linking computers, servers, smartphones, and all your other devices together so they can actually communicate and exchange information. Without networking, there's no internet, there's no cloud computing, no online banking, and absolutely zero digital communication. It's the invisible fabric connecting our entire modern society. But we've got to keep the sheer scale of this fabric in mind, because to an attacker, this represents an infinite surface area, where every single connected device is a potential point of entry, or worse, a critical point of failure. And that's exactly why, in cybersecurity, networking is arguably the single most important skill you can develop. Every cyber attack is fundamentally a network transaction. Think about it. Before a hacker can exploit a system, they're forced to complete a strict three-step sequence. Step 1, find the target system by scanning the void. Step 2, knock on the digital door and communicate with it. And Step 3, understand how it works. And I'll tell you right now, that third step, that's the most dangerous one. Because the second an attacker maps out your system logic and understands the flow, they know exactly where all your blind spots and vulnerabilities are hiding. Which brings us to our second section, mapping the terrain. Now, there are a few different types of computer networks out there, and recognizing the difference is absolutely vital for defense. On one hand, we've got the local area network, or LAN. You can think of a LAN as a secure, localized castle, like your home Wi-Fi or a corporate office building, where you largely control the perimeter. This is a direct contrast to a wide area network, or WAN. A WAN connects multiple networks across incredibly large geographical areas. The internet itself is literally the world's largest WAN. So if the LAN is your fortified castle, the WAN is the Wild West. It's unpredictable, sprawling, and fundamentally hostile. And for your immediate physical surroundings, there's the Personal Area Network, or PAN. This is that micro network connecting personal devices right around your body, or your desk. When your smartphone syncs to your smartwatch, or your laptop connects to a wireless mouse, you're operating within a PAN. And here is a kind of terrifying reality. Attackers absolutely love personal area networks. We see organizations spend millions building these massive corporate firewalls, but then employees totally forget to secure their Bluetooth headphones or smartwatches, which practically leaves a digital backdoor wide open right in their own pocket. Okay, moving right along to part 3, essential network checkpoints. Now, networks rely on critically important physical devices to function properly. You can think of these as your defensive and logistical personnel. First up, the router. This is your border patrol. It connects different networks together and directs data to the right destination. Next is the switch, which acts more like a local traffic cop. It connects devices within the exact same network, allowing them to communicate efficiently. Then we've got the firewall. This is the strict bouncer at the club door. It fiercely protects the network by actively monitoring and filtering all that incoming and outgoing traffic. And finally, the access point. This is essentially the radio tower, providing the Wi-Fi connectivity so your devices can even join the network in the first place. Let's look at how they all talk to each other in Section 4, Rules of Engagement. Look, you can have all the routers and switches in the world, but if your devices don't know who they're talking to, the entire fortress just crumbles. This is where IP addresses come in. Every single device on a network needs one, and it acts exactly like a digital home address. Just as the Postal Service needs your street address to drop off a package, the network needs an IP address so that data actually reaches the correct destination. But remember,
Just like a real-world physical address, many IP addresses are entirely public, and that is exactly how attackers, sitting halfway across the globe, know precisely where to send their malicious payloads.
But having an address isn't quite enough. Devices also need to speak the same language. To exchange data, they communicate using network protocols, which are basically the specialized languages of the internet. For example, you use HTTP and HTTPS for browsing websites securely. DNS is super vital. It translates human-readable domain names into those numerical IP addresses we just talked about. And if you know your cybersecurity, you know DNS spoofing is exactly how an attacker tricks your computer into handing credentials over to a fake lookalike site. Then there's DHCP, which does the heavy lifting of automatically assigning IP addresses as devices join the network, and SSH, which gives administrators secure remote access. Without these standardized rules, the internet would just be pure, unmanageable chaos. Finally, let's bring it all together in Section 5, the Defender's Toolkit.
So how do you actually defend an invisible fortress? Well, you use the network against the attacker. For a cybersecurity professional, understanding networking is essentially holding the master blueprint to the entire infrastructure. This knowledge allows defenders to discover rogue devices that definitely shouldn't be there. It lets them identify open ports, which, if you think about it, act just like unlocked windows waiting to be pried open. By meticulously analyzing network traffic patterns, defenders can spot those subtle anomalies that give an attacker away. It lets them detect threats early and secure the system well before the damage is actually done. And cybersecurity experts don't just guess. They rely on a powerful, specialized arsenal to see the invisible. Tools like Nmap, Wireshark, and TCP dump are heavily deployed across the industry for exactly this reason. Nmap allows pros to aggressively scan environments to uncover hidden vulnerabilities. Wireshark and TCP dump let them capture and monitor live traffic, breaking it down packet by packet. They use these utilities to troubleshoot the network, hunt for malicious footprints, and basically stop active threats dead in their tracks.
If there's a golden rule that separates the amateurs from the experts, it's this. Networking is the absolute backbone of cybersecurity. Master networking first, and every advanced cybersecurity topic becomes much easier to understand. Understanding how devices physically connect, the languages they speak, and how data traverses the globe gives you the critical foundation needed to tackle anything else. Whether you want to dive into penetration testing, digital forensics, threat hunting, or network defense, it all starts right here. Once you master networking, every single advanced cybersecurity topic will suddenly just click into place.
So you now know the terrain, you know the checkpoints, and you definitely know the stakes. The infrastructure is out there, quietly running in the background, waiting to be protected or exploited. Which leaves us with one final thought for this explainer. You know the terrain, but can you actually map the addresses to secure them before someone else does? Keep exploring, keep questioning, and I'll see you in